And good afternoon, coming to you on the campus of Trinity Valley here in Athens, Texas. Cardinal softball on the air. Tim, Tom, and Stephanie getting ready for the first pitch. In fact, the honorary first pitch coming out by Steve Grant, one of the board members here. It's going to be a fun afternoon of ball, Tom.
Yes, it is. Ought to be a good one as Trinity Valley hosting LSU Eunice. And getting ready here for the ceremonial first pitch by Steve Grant, as mentioned, a chairman of the Board of Trustees here at Trinity Valley Community College.
Stephanie's equaling fastball, curveball, knuckleball. What do you think?
I'm just hoping he throws it underhand and makes some kind of a show and it doesn't bounce in.
Steve.
A little history. He was telling Benny and I on Wednesday that when his dad got out of the service after World War II, came to Athens, there was a men's fast-pitch softball field right here.
What?
Exactly where we're at right now. Not exactly in the – it was configured more that probably right center was center field at that time.
Hey, there you go.
But he said that his dad played fast-pitch men's softball for many years here on that field. And it's kind of interesting. I never knew anything about that with the community of Athens and that sort of thing. So
I feel like Stephanie had insight on that. Stephanie, did you know that?
I did not know that. And actually, it flashes back to a memory I had. You know how when you grow up, you have like a pediatrician and then you transition into like a real doctor?
Right.
I remember moving into that space and meeting my doctor, who was actually my parents' doctor. He was an internal medicine guy. He played fast pitch softball. He was a pitcher.
Wow,
and I was like, what? And we had the best conversations, and he just very extended stays in that office of just chatting about softball, which I felt very known and appreciated. So.
Well, you can probably already tell, Tom, I said yesterday, I don't think the flags are moving out there. Well, you can probably tell by the sound of the audio that the flags are definitely moving today.
The flags are moving. Our hair is moving. All the
paperwork's
paperwork's
moving.
Both
of mine are.
Both of yours.
Look at him bragging. Hey,
I had to put my cap
left.
on to take care of both of my hair.
All the things are moving.
That's right.
Awesome,
So
man.
to tell you,
Tom,
LSU Eunice comes in. They come in with a record of 34-13 on the season. They are ranked number 9 in Division II junior college softball. Trinity Valley is ranked number 9 in Division I. The Cardinals come in 44-6, perfect at home, 30-0 on the season, conference record of 16-2.
That's slightly intimidating.
Yeah, I would say so myself, Miss Stephanie. And here we go with the first pitch of the game. Leading off for LSU is Miley Elsenson.
Nice spot there to start it. Puts it right on that corner. Yeah, Tim Howard with Stephanie Ferris and Tom Sherham with your play-by-play this afternoon.
Thank you, sir.
It's a good day to be at the ballpark.
Indeed.
Michaela Castillo in the circle for the Cardinals today in Game 1. Second pitch is in for a strike, catches that outside corner. So Castillo getting off to a good start here. Ahead in the count on Elsenson.
Look at that stance.
Yeah, that's kind of an unusual.
Very interesting.
Kind of almost looks like she's about to run the 100-yard, 100 meters
she
or
can
something.
outrun every one of us.
She just needs some starting blocks behind those feet.
I have never seen anyone.
I don't know if the guys can get the camera shot of that, but
come on, get a picture of that.
She's a left-handed batter. She's got her left foot right on the inside line, but her right foot is back behind.
Yes.
In the stance. Never seen anything quite like that.
It's like she's got that left hip up ahead of the right hip.
The thing that I can see, Stephanie, is maybe that it gives her a better perspective of the pitch, being able to get. Her face is squared completely around to the pitcher here.
Very unorthodox, but gets the hit.
Gets the hit.
And she's wheeling.
Going for 2. She's gonna get.
Oh, I think she was safe.
Got under that.
She got under it.
I'll say she's being aggressive, but man, they had
to throw. She took a single there and stretched it into a double.
And that is what those little left-handers do.
Yeah,
she was
got that step and a half lead there. And that brings up Mackenzie Ellisar.
Definitely moving.
She's the left fielder today for the Bengals. Shows bunt, takes it. It's outside for a ball.
I'm a little late for this, but Blue, before we started, he looked at one dugout and said something, and I saw Coach Barnhart, Kelsey Barnhart, move like half
Draw
an
the line.
inch. And I literally moved her bucket maybe half an inch inside. She was beyond the area. So
Show's bunt again, takes the pitch for ball 2.
Timeout. Here comes Coach Maria Wynn Ratliff, going to talk to her team, say, hey, let's settle down here, get everybody back in the zone. That give us a chance to get a little barbecue. Y'all,
man.
I loved it. It was on point.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah.
Slapped.
Very much on point.
How about this facility, Stephanie? I didn't get to talk to you about it yesterday. I know y'all were here on the call Wednesday, and I got to watch it. It was such a great day.
It was, and it's just so amazing to see this facility take form. You know, y'all been talking about it. I had not. I've driven by, like in the construction area, but man, what an honor it is for TVCC Lady Cardinals to be able to have a college that backs them up with a field like this. It really is. It's amazing.
Pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. So Michaela Castillo in the circle for the Cardinals comes in today with a ERA of 3.66, 7 wins, 2 losses on the season, 17 appearances. And if you were with us yesterday in Game 1, you got to see Dominique Dominator Vargas go the distance, 9 strikeouts in the game.
First complete game shutout on the year in fact, she so inspired me, I just went and got Dominator tattooed on my bicep, and then I realized, well, that's going to confuse a lot of people because I'm not a Dominator. No, great performance by her.
Oh, man, you are something else. Lays the bunt down foul.
But she was tremendous in that
man.
One hit for the Cardinals, and it was just enough in game 1.
Just enough, and I heard Tom called it.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He called it in between innings, and it happened so fast, didn't even get a chance to set it up.
Wow.
That was greatness.
This stance has gotten a little more unusual.
Oh,
and that lead foot is completely behind.
Oh, that's straight.
Throw goes on.
Got behind her. There it is.
So the runner on some errant throws there comes all the way around from second to score. And the Bengals take the lead 1-0 here.
A timeout already taken here, so going to have to do the coaching from the
Sydney
the
Murphy take over in the coaching duties there and get if Maria,
in this inning, brother. I mean,
wants that timeout to kind of settle everybody down. Sydney's going to be the one to have to do it so that Castillo doesn't have to come out of the game. That first pitch is in for a ball to Peyton Prince. Peyton is playing center field today for the Bengals.
Apologies for the audio. The wind ripping through up here today, but glad to have you along.
So this will be a little wake-up call to TVCC. You know, sometimes you'll have a Division II school come in and you think you're going to, dominate right out of it.
They've already had a wake-up call to this one. They went to LSU and dropped 2 of them to Eunice over there. They just flat out played Trinity Valley.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the last thing you really want to see coming out in the top of the first, not hitting on all cylinders. LSU coming in trying to
they took
set the tone early.
In that first game over there, LSU beat Trinity Valley 7-4, and the second game 10-9. So Cardinals probably got a little revenge on their mind, but we got you guys. We were writing down the lineup a while ago. We got a little. Coach Ratliff shook the lineup up a little bit. We got players playing in some different positions defensively and batting in different order. Yesterday, Tim and I were getting ready for Game 1, and I went ahead and just wrote the defense down without seeing the lineup. And sure enough, that's what the defense was, and was pretty. We were both pretty close on having the batting order. We just really didn't know who was going to be in the circle. I mean, we did know. We knew it was going to be.
Put that K in the books. That is nicely done.
Yeah. But you couldn't do that today, Tom.
No, we could not. We would have been way off on that. So the Bengals have 1 run on the board here in the top of the first inning. 2 outs here.
Castillo's throwing some off speed. And that came in for a strike. She's is so frustrating at times because then you'll stay off the pitch because you can't hit it, and then they throw it in for a strike. And you're like, dang it.
Like, can't win for losing on that.
Right?
So McKinley Harris is at the plate here for the Bengals. Where's number 24 for him?
Yeah, Harris is going to have to battle here as she's down 0-2 in the count, 2 away.
McKinley comes in batting .371 on the season for the Bengals. In the 4th spot.
Oh, got
Swing
her.
and a miss. Second strikeout there for Castillo. And that'll take us to the bottom of the 1st inning. Trinity Valley will come to bat, trailing 1-0 here on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Let's go! The sports medicine experts from physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital are excited to support another year of Trinity Valley Community College athletics. Achieve better health, better performance, and better results. We're focused on excellence every day for patients, athletes, and Cardinals.
We gave it headlamps that shine through the darkest days. It has an engine that can take us farther than ever before. Its truck bed has the capacity to carry the weight of the world, and its color can change everything. Because when called upon, this Ram is the only truck built to serve the greater good.
And welcome back to a windy Rip Drum Goal Field on the campus of Trinity Valley Community College. Brand new digs here. Boy, they are breaking them in. 4 straight. They've got the win over TJC to start it. Then yesterday against Navarro. Playing from behind here as we go to the bottom of the 1st, down 1-0. Tom Sharon with your play-by-play.
Thank you, Mr. Tim Howard. Emily Stapp will lead off for the Cardinals. Emily's playing right field today, as Taylor Bilderback, who's normally in right field, has moved into the infield playing second base today. So a couple of starters getting a little bit of rest.
I like to shuffle that lineup. I mean, you didn't get the production you wanted yesterday, and probably needed some rest, some wear and tear in this time of the year.
Emily's normally playing in left field. Kirsten Wilkinson's in left field today for the Cardinals. That pitch is in for a strike. That evens the count up at 1-1.
Originally, this game was going to be a couple of weeks ago? I can't even remember it.
Yeah, it's been a while. But
shuffled.
Yeah.
Looks like we got a lot of rain coming in next week. I don't know if you guys have looked at the forecast at all.
I saw where I believe it's next Saturday, they had a 90% chance. So
get as many games in as you can.
Mm-hmm.
That ball's hit in the air right to the shortstop. Makes the catch, out number 1.
We had a little rain threat on Wednesday, but luckily skirted. It actually really dissipated by the time it got to us. It dissolved.
Kind of dissolved before it got here. It was coming in from the southwest and broke up before it got to us. I think the north and west of Fort Worth got it pretty hard last night.
It's that time of the year, man.
It is. Kenzie Hess at bat for the Cardinals. Swing and a miss on first pitch there, so she's down in the count, 0-1.
I recall a few years ago now, Kansas, one of the Kansas schools was in here, and we were talking about wind. And the coach was like, "Oh, this is nice."
Yeah, I remember you guys saying that. Was it Kansas or was it West Texas?
It was one of the two schools out there that are used to windy conditions. They weren't from Chicago, I do know that, but they were used to the wind.
That ball is fouled out of play. Kenzie Hess christened the park with the very first home run on Wednesday. And she's normally down in the lineup for Coach Ratliff, but today she's batting in the number 2 hole.
Yeah, she came up to the plate the other day, hitting number 9, and took it out of the park.
Yeah. That pitch is outside, runs the count even at 2-2.
What a fun memory for her.
Indeed. I would love to have been in the dugout or even in the dorms getting ready. I'm getting the first one. I'm going to get the first one. I'm sure there was some fun kind of competition in the locker room.
That ball's hit just over the shortstop's head, going to fall in for a base hit for Kinsey. So the Cardinals have a runner on first here, 1 out in the inning. And that's going to bring up Allie Wainwright, first baseman for the Cardinals. Miss RBI.
Stephanie, I heard you and Benny on the call in game 1 the other day and talked about if only she could just be productive. If she could just start hitting a few.
She only has 81
only
RBIs.
81
on the
RBIs.
season.
Right,
Yeah.
only 81.
Great tongue-in-cheek comment because, man, she's been so much fun to watch. Huh?
That's a swing right there.
Young lady out of West Monroe, Louisiana. I believe she is the only young lady from Louisiana on the team. And if we looked at the LSU Eunice roster, probably all from Louisiana. No, I'm sure that they probably got a few young ladies that are from out of state.
They're working that outside part, they don't want to give her anything over the fat part of the plate for sure.
No.
And again, we want to say a hello to our friends of the north. We've got 3 players on Trinity Valley that are from Canada. So hi to all you folks up there in Canada if you're watching today. Hope you are.
Just outside.
Pitch is outside. So make it 2-1.
Yeah, Lila and Kinsey and who am I missing?
And then we've also got a Colorado connection in Paige Abrams. Her folks live in Fort Collins. Met her mom and dad earlier in the season.
Oh,
that ball's hit
Yes,
into
sir.
Base hit.
right field, going to fall in for a base hit.
Nicely done.
Good job.
Yeah,
See
Emily
that-
Stapp.
Did you
I mean,
notice
excuse me,
the
Kinsey.
bounce on that ball too?
Yes,
The
ma'am.
height on it.
Big ol' hop.
Playing on turf, it really is different.
So Kinsey Hess advances all the way to third base. So we've got runners on the corners here for the Cardinals. Only 1 out here. Clarissa Valdez steps up. Wainwright at first. Clarissa's the DP today, as she normally is. So opportunity here for the Cardinals to tie it up. The pitch is inside, ball 1. So, Stephanie, did you play on turf when you were in school or mostly on natural?
Mostly
feet?
on natural. We did play a tournament over in, I think we were in Iowa State, and it was in a dome facility. That the entire tournament was played in a dome.
Yeah.
And it was on turf. It was very interesting.
That's hit right back to the pitcher, over to first to get the out number 2.
Text look there, just looks her all the way back and can't advance the runner. I do want to give the shout out to the Tardif family. Georgia is who I was thinking of,
Yeah,
and it
Georgia
just slipped my
Tardif.
mind.
I met Georgia the other night at the athletic banquet, and I asked her, I said, "No, you're from Canada." And I said, "Where?" And she said, "Vancouver." I said, "No, it's a little bitty town." She goes, "Yeah, I didn't want to."
Right? 'Cause we looked you up.
Yeah.
Beautiful, though, up there, huh?
Vancouver is gorgeous.
So Kirsten Wilkinson comes to the plate. Haven't seen Kirsten a lot. She's had a couple of injuries this season, but back to playing. Coach Ratliff mentioned her the other day as we were visiting after the game. Walton said she wanted to get her back in. Hits that and foul down the left side. So 0-2 to count on her.
So my first and only visit to Vancouver was playing in an international softball tournament there with a 9-month-old.
Oh, my
Whoa.
goodness.
Or maybe, was she 9 months? She might not have been. I'd have to think about that, how old she was.
That ball's hit. Might fall. No, center fielder comes over to make the catch for out number 3. So the Cardinals leave 2 on base here. Can't get anybody across. Still trail 1-0 as we go to the top of the second inning on the Cardinal Sports Network.
29 Cardinals, 0.
then there's
Just put it in play and then
exactly.
hustle to the back.
Get it on the other side of the infielders. And when we played those people, they were so irritating. But they got the job done.
Oh, welcome back. Cardinal Sports Network here at Rip Jump Go Field, the beautiful confines of Rip Jump Go Field, where today we have both flags flying straight out. What a beautiful sight.
Yes, it is a real pretty sight there. Old Glory and the Texas State flag are right underneath, both of them waving in the wind. So we go to the top of the second hitting here for LSU. Leading off will be number 18, Jaden Yesso.
I do like the way the Cardinals closed out the bottom of the top of the first. It looked like that could be really a big opportunity there. They held them minimal damage.
That first pitch is just inside ball one.
I think the umpire's getting some encouragement from the crowd.
Is that what we're calling it?
I think yes.
That ball's hit on the ground. One hopper to the shortstop across to
Man.
Wainwright. That's Kenzie Hess at shortstop. As normal, makes the play there. Nicely done for out number one.
So that ball's going to skid a little bit different on this turf. So the girls are, I'm sure, getting used to that. But that was an excellent play by Kenzie. She played it just perfectly.
And Wainwright did a good job too. She's like, I'm not going to go out and get it. I'm going to take it on the hop. And well done on both sides of the ball there.
So that brings up Sierra Orgeron. Fouls that one off left side.
See what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
That left side, little chop at it.
Yep.
Anyway, when Benny and I called the other day, we had you could see some balls that took some odd bounces. We had one going to the outfield and went off one of the players' shoulders on the bounce because it was such an odd bounce off the turf. So, plus you had all the water. It had poured earlier that day. So
there is definitely going to be some, like you said, a little learning curve on some of this.
Yeah.
Of course, they played a lot of ball this year on turf situations and other conference play. So, but it will be interesting to see how they, find the nuances here at their new home. Blessings. 2 balls and a strike here.
Thank you, Mr. Tim. Folks at home
You're
couldn't
welcome.
hear that, but I sneezed.
Bless you, bless you, bless you. I didn't know if you were a multiple sneezer. It's a
I
Seinfeld
usually
joke.
am. They usually come in threes.
It's an old Seinfeld one-liner.
Well, it holds true for me. Very seldom do I just sneeze one time.
I was around trying to draw the walk here at 3-1. Oh man, see if we can battle back here.
Knowing Castillo, she can do it, especially coming back and getting those 3 strikeouts.
I'm sorry, we were not at Orgeron. We were at Shank there, Caden Shank. I missed the number.
Now batting for the Bengals, number 16.
And she does draw the walk.
Orgeron.
Now we are at Sierra Orgeron. So the Bengals have a runner at first base in Shank. No outs here, or excuse me, 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Cardinals trail 1-0. Stephanie, we had something happen that I haven't seen happen before. Had a base runner called out for leaving too early.
Ooh, you don't see
It
that
was
very
a
often.
very, very hard call to make. I'm being sarcastic. I kid you not. I was like, did she leave already? It was.
Where's she going?
I saw her moving, and I saw the pitch, and I thought, there is no way Murphy is going to get a throw down there in time. And Tim goes, I believe she left early.
It was the
umpire in the
umpire was
field
so
came up-
demonstrative.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, she left like 27 seconds early. I may be off a couple, but
Lays down the bunt, going to be
Perfect.
fielded by the pitcher over to first. Kept the runner from advancing. Nicely done there. Got the out.
she moved her into scoring position, but had eyes on third for a second, didn't she, Stephanie?
Yes, she did, because we had a third baseman that was coming in, hustling into play, and we had a shortstop that was covering second base. So it leaves third base wide open.
Yep.
Like Tom said, though, good hustle to get back over and,
Yeah.
and deny it, because
And that was Emily Stapp that had to cover first base, and she was smart in that. She came right off the bag and started running back towards the circle, and gave her players, Maddie Mendoza, the opportunity to get back towards third. But the biggest thing there was she made that runner hold up at second. So 2 outs here. And that brings up Mia Smith.
It was a good bunt, though.
That ball's hit in the air, right field. And there to make the catch is Emily Stapp. I was wrong. That was not Emily. That was Taylor Bilderback at second base that had that good play. Stapp makes the catch for out number 3. And so the Bengals leave 1 on. Still lead it 1-0 here on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Welcome to Trinity Valley Community College. At TVCC, we're more than a college, we're a community, a place where you can connect, grow, and create a future you're proud of. We provide you a variety of pathways and hands-on learning opportunities to find your path and success in the Valley. We offer you classroom settings where you aren't lost in the crowd, but stand out. Why attend TVCC? Why not? So what are you waiting for? Come find your pathway in the Valley and become a Cardinal today.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, no matter what you nurture or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
Bottom of the second inning, Cardinals trailing by 1. Here with your play-by-play, Tom Sherham on the
Thank
Cardinal
you, Mr.
Sports
Howard.
Network.
Stephanie Ferris here with us as well, giving us some insight, color commentary on the sport of softball as she played college softball.
The All-American, the Hall of Famer.
I'm telling you.
She's like, stop.
Hey, credit
It's
where
a long time ago.
credit where credit is
Absolutely.
due. Yeah, so
It may have been a long time ago, but I did not do that a long time ago, nor. Oh, man, good play over there.
Sydney fouled that one off. The first baseman was over to make the catch, so F3 in the books for out number 1. That's going to bring up Tyler Bilderback.
Is there anything more frustrating than just.
That is very frustrating
like,
as a hitter. You just want it back so badly.
It's like
Especially
a long
after
time
you
till I get up
cranked one
again.
out yesterday in game 1.
You know your potential, then you
yeah.
put a dink foul over there and they catch it, and you're like, dang it.
Please get into the net. Please get into the net.
Please.
Get out of play.
So Bilderback comes in batting .359 on the season. Pitches inside, almost caught her.
I was going to say, I thought that was going to get her for a sec.
Yeah. I think she might have thought that it was going to as well. She didn't flinch, and she really didn't try to get out of the way of the ball, but it didn't catch her.
That one must have been low.
It must have been, because it is ball 2 on the scoreboard. So 2-0 the count here on Bilderback.
So if you feel like our commentary may have changed recently, it's because we have a different perspective, a different view.
You don't have to tell them that I'm chained myself to the fence because I'm scared of heights. You don't have to say that part. I said it out loud.
We had a foul ball come up with Benny and I, and I
thought Stephanie was going to get it.
It was so close.
I've been on the roof of the truck with her. There's
There's
ball
a
four.
walk to lead off the inning. Bilderback.
And she'll go after a ball. I'm not going to lie. I'm under the table. She's going. My granddaughter, she was talking about it the other day. She got her lineup card and got all her autographs. She was so happy.
So precious.
What a great
That was a
tool
great
of
thing
marketing
that the
team.
Cardinals did after the games on Wednesday. Came out and signed autographs, and a lot of youngsters over there, but some adults in there as well. Cameron Messick comes to the plate now. We got a runner on first base, 1 out.
And that's 5 straight pitches that are balls.
Yeah, make her pay, right? Take advantage of that.
Swing and a miss by Messick. Evens it up at 1-1. So Ava Cordish in the circle for the Bengals today. Haven't talked about Ava yet. But, so far she's done a pretty good job against the Cardinals. That pitch misses though, ball 2 against Cameron Messick.
We were talking yesterday about anytime you can slow this Cardinal lineup down, I mean, you're doing something.
And this batter right here is probably one of the ones that you've really got to pay attention to. Comes in batting .500 on the season. That ball's hit into the gap, but I believe the right fielder's going to get there, makes the catch. Bilderback had to hustle back. She was a good three-fourths of the way, if not more, to second base.
Did she leave early?
You're right, though, man. She had to put it in reverse.
She did. She thought it was in the hole, too, right?
55 feet to the base,
absolutely.
Almost.
She was on top of the bag, practically.
So Maddie Mendoza comes to the plate for the Cardinals. Maddie comes in batting .360 on the season. First pitch in for a strike.
And the unfortunate thing about that play, here's a look at it. She hit that ball pretty well, and great play by the right fielder.
Look at it. Look how she's right there.
She's right on it almost.
And so the only thing that stopped that, if that center fielder would have caught that ball, she would have been had the angle to throw her out, but the right fielder didn't have the angle.
Had to throw all the way across her body.
Exactly.
So that made the difference.
Yep.
All right, 2-out rally time. Let's get that run back.
Rally.
So 1-1 the count on Mendoza. Inside, takes it 2-1. Got a nice crowd here, Tim, for a Sunday afternoon. That pitch is outside. There goes Bilderback to second. She is in safely.
Nice.
So nice job by Bilderback. She wanted to get there a while ago and had to turn around and go back to first, but she takes the stolen base here.
Does a good job, goes for that back part of the bag, too. Doesn't allow her to put the tag on her.
There's her practice run before.
Yes.
Well, that was one thing the coach talked about is they spent some time over here just running bases and learning to slide on this new turf. It's fouled off by Mendoza, so that runs it to a full count, 3-2.
Did I hear that the major leagues had another inside the park home run?
I
here
heard
recently?
Evan Carter had one this week.
Yeah, Evan Carter of the Rangers did.
And
he can fly.
Crazy, speed around the bases.
As that ball, the outfielder is running on the ball, he's looking and trying to chase the ball, and I'm like, oh, here we go.
Swing and a miss for out number 3. The Cardinals leave one on in Bilderback. Still trail here 1-0 to LSU Eunice as we go to the top of the 3rd inning on the Cardinal Sports Network.
I don't do this just to make a living. It's in our blood, really. I want to be the greatest that's ever done it. I'm hungry for bronc riding, I love it. And I couldn't imagine doing anything else.
The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich is delicious. It's got that barbecue flavor, the cheese melts on top with that Texas toast. You look at it, your mouth starts watering. It's my go-to sandwich. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich, that's my all-time favorite.
Top of the 3rd. It's still 1-0. LSU Eunice on top. Cardinals in the field. Here's Tom Sherman with your play-by-play.
Thank you, Mr. Tim Howard. Maya Leno be leading off for the Bengals, as you just heard. Cardinals trail this one 1-0, top of the 3rd inning here. Kind of a little bit of familiar, looks familiar to what we saw yesterday in Game 1. except it was 0-0 at this point in game one yesterday against Navarro. And then Sydney Murphy decided that she was tired of looking at all zeros on the scoreboard.
Tom, I'm a little disappointed. You have yet to say in between innings. I think the home run ball's coming.
Well, you got to have that feeling, Tim. And,
well, make it happen. That's what I'm trying to get at.
I'm trying. I'm working deep down in my bones to get that
all kidding aside,
come about.
That actually happened yesterday. You called that one, and it came to life. It was pretty cool.
Swing and a miss, strike two.
I feel like I'm yelling. Am I real loud, or is it just
You're
my
not
headset?
yelling at me.
Okay, all right. I'm going to pull my headset.
If you were, I would push you over the side of that fence.
Well, I figured that would have happened by now, so I'm like, maybe it's just me.
Yell, Tim, yell. I want to see her push you over.
You don't want that for the people underneath us.
No, I don't want that for anybody. That ball's hit foul down the third base line.
So Benny, when that ball came, he got a little discombobulated, and the joke was, I'm like, dude, I will hip check you out of the way to get to the ball. I said, your job is to hang on to the rail whenever a ball comes up here.
She went into basketball talk and hockey talk the whole night on that
hip check,
foul ball.
Hip check, right into the boards.
Right into the boards, yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
That ball's hit on the ground. Kinsey Hess at shortstop. Over to Wainwright at first. Out number one, 6-3.
Nicely done.
Hey, so I looked up that home run Evan Carter hit inside the park. I have not seen the footage on it, so I will look it up later. He ran the bases in 15.28 seconds.
To first base?
Yeah, she said Evan Carter, not Tom Sherrill.
That is moving. Holy cow.
How do you do that?
The ball's hit in the gap into right center. Going to fall in for a base hit. Cameron Messick gets it back into Kinsey Hess at shortstop, but the Bengals have a runner on second base and a double there for Elsenson.
Yeah, she's been on back-to-back times now, as she's
might be a reason why she's the leadoff batter.
She might ought to move up in the lineup.
Might ought
to the top. Oh, she is.
What just happened?
What did happen?
What
I bet she made contact. Could she have made contact outside of the box?
Apparently so. They're bringing her back to the plate. So,
wow.
This is when I need a pencil with an eraser.
Huge. As I go into my golf voice.
I do kind of feel like Jim Nance over the 18th hole.
I'm telling you, man. We talked about being high a while ago, and I was kind of joking around. I love this vantage point, though. I mean, the perspective is just.
That's what I figured. Stepped out of the batter box when she made contact. So.
Thank you for that, Branson.
And when you look right here, her back foot is on the back line of the box, and her right foot is. And she's trying to take that little. What do you call that, Stephanie? When they take off running first, little slap hit. Is that what they call that? Yeah. She's moving in the batter's box before she actually takes a swing. So she's back in the box.
There's a look at it on the replay. Oh, yeah.
Yep. That's a good call by the umpire. Very good call. He's going to have a tough time calling it again. They got to be on that.
I'm telling you, man.
So 2-2 the count here on Elsenson.
Now, look, she's got that. She's
track
doing
mode.
Her different. Yeah, her track mode. That's what we'll call it. Track star.
Yeah, now she's moved up in the box, took that track star.
Just making contact mode.
Ooh, there it is.
Popped it right to Maddie Mendoza.
I think that got her on the left hand, too.
Yeah, I think it did, too. I think she hit it off her hand.
Now batting for LSU Eunice, number 00, Mackenzie Elazar.
So Mackenzie Elazar come to the plate. Nobody on here, 2 outs. Top of the third inning, Trinity Valley still trails 1-0. That ball is fouled off down the left side, out of play, over into the bullpen to Trinity Valley.
So when you say a game of inches, I mean, that literally came to life on that last play, because she's a stand-up double versus a
come back to the plate and try again.
Yeah. An out at a little
so
pop-up.
The Cardinals caught a big break on that.
Indeed.
That was the leadoff batter. No, it was not. That was the second batter of the inning, but still, they would have had a runner in scoring position there.
I'm just very impressed with the call of the umpire, because that's a tough one to keep your eye on.
Good call all the way there.
Very good.
We had the advantage of slowing it down and seeing it 2 or 3 times after Branson brought it to my attention, or our attention. I didn't see it. All right.
Pitch outside. Carries it to 2-1 on Elazar. So Michaela Castillo in the circle here for the Cardinals today. He's done a good job. Had 3 Ks in inning number 1. And done real well here for the Cardinals. That ball's fouled off, out of play. Actually, it got off the screen.
Thankful for those nets.
Well, yesterday we saw the net help Trinity Valley out as there was a pop-up right behind catcher, and she came back to play it, and that ball just barely skimmed the net.
Aww.
So took it out of play. And
got another
took an out away from Navarro there.
I've seen catchers, work that net, trying to lean into it.
Absolutely. I was just thinking that. I'm like, that's a whole nother
skill set. Yeah. But it got her so high. We were talking about home runs, the inside of the Parker. There was one a few days ago off over the top of the foul pole. Exit velocity of 117. And both commentators, I've never seen that.
Wow.
Just, you could hear it in their voice like, oh my goodness. It'll be worth a look on YouTube.
Either one of y'all happened to catch Mississippi State and LSU in college baseball last night?
I missed it.
That was a good game. Mississippi State was trailing. Actually, we're trailing by 4, and Mississippi State got the bases loaded, and sure enough, grand slam tied it up.
Wow.
They went on to beat LSU 9-8. That ball's fouled off again.
That is right there, man. Coming back with a big bomb and tying it and then going on to win
I've been
it.
seeing in the news, Tim, a young man from Canton named Ace Reed plays for Mississippi State. And I got to watch him last night. He actually had a home run early in the game that I didn't see, but I saw the replay of it. And then he had a base hit in that, I believe that was in the 7th inning where Mississippi State tied everything up, and he contributed to that. That ball's hit foul. Right down the third baseline. Maddie Mendoza there to make the play.
Yeah, knocking it down.
But it was in foul territory. So that count remains 2-2 on Elazar here.
That shows just kind of the range Maddie has, doesn't it? I mean, that's a ball right other side of the foul line. She's like, oh, you ain't getting past me. I'm ready even if it's foul. Yeah, I love that
one
for
of
that
those
Canton
awkward
young man.
stances, Stephanie.
Yeah.
That lead foot behind the.
And sometimes you see it like awkward and then it adjusts. There ain't no adjusting.
No,
it's
not.
like,
No,
that's how I'm going to hit it.
They're keeping it back there.
I don't know how she could hit an outside pitch real well. So.
Puts that left foot on the back, chalk, and then brings it up over, kind of the crossover.
I have never seen anything like that.
That pitch is outside, takes it full. I don't know. I remember a few games back we were talking to Coach Ratliff and we were talking about scouting reports, and she said we don't do just a whole lot of scouting, but I kind of wonder right here, Maddie Mendoza, she's not but about maybe 2.5 feet off the line on third base side here. And I'm wondering if that's a...
and they're playing the hole, too.
That's hit to left field. Kirsten Wilkinson there makes the catch for out number 3. And the Bengals go 1-2-3 here in the top of the third. Cardinals still trail it 1-0. We'll be back just a moment on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Would you look at that?
It's beautiful. Wow. That's our boy.
So bright.
Get 2 breakfast sandwiches like a sausage McMuffin with egg or a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit for just $5.
Push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction.
For legal reasons, we can't say an Egg McMuffin is a hangover cure. But it probably wouldn't hurt. to have one delivered. Just putting it out there. Order McDelivery in the app.
Of the third inning, Trinity Valley and LSU Eunice. Here's Tom with your play-by-play.
Thank you, Mr. Tim. Emily Stapp leading off. We're back to the top of the lineup, and maybe the bats will come alive here for the Cardinals. That ball's hit in the air. Second baseman underneath it makes the catch, out number 1.
Yeah, not much work for the second baseman there. It looked like it might drift out to short right field, but just stayed right there.
Apparently, there must not be the wind down there on the field like we're feeling up here. And that brings Kenzie Hess to the plate. Kenzie made it all the way around to third base in inning number 1, but Cardinals couldn't get her in to score. Takes that first pitch for ball 1.
Approaching about, 24 hours, maybe 20 hours ago when Coach Maria Wynn Ratliff punched her ticket to the 900th career win.
Come on, that's awesome.
Yes.
Of course, in the post game, she's as humble as always and not wanting to take any credit.
Not wanting to take credit, but I told her, I said, Coach, you can give the credit to all these kids you want to in this. I said, but it took you to find the right kids, not only by their talents, but knowing how you can get them to mesh together to become one.
Form them, shape them.
I said, so it still comes back to you as a coach.
I loved how she gave tribute to Ed, her husband. Have been there through the good times, the bad times, the fun times, the crying times. Sometimes we only think about it when it's it's 900 wins. So I love that whole perspective. 2-2 pitch coming right here.
There's that wind.
She turned on that one.
I don't know if that was in self-defense, but that ball looked like it was right in the middle of her chest when she hit it with the bat.
Is that coming up?
Yeah.
You're trying to hit me right in the
heart. She was telling everybody over in the dugout, I'm sorry, after she hit it. Cause
it was y'all or me, and we know the answer.
That pitch is outside. That takes it to a full count here on Kenzie.
Yeah. Really want to get this thing going here. Kenzie was got the single in the first. See if she can get back on base here and get things going in the third.
She draws a walk.
There you go. Base runners.
That's what we need. So Allie Wainwright's going to come to the plate.
Love to see Allie turn on one here and with this 300-mile-per-hour wind and get it up in that jet stream. Put it over there in the administration building, perhaps. She's been kind of a little bit in a funk for her.
Let's hit the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think she could definitely put it out there.
She can. I don't have any doubt about that. We've seen her crank some out at the old ballpark.
Had a couple of doubles the other day.
Yep.
Her 5 doubles in game 1. That was pretty impressive. Ouch.
So 1-1 count there on Allie. She took that second pitch inside for a strike. As the umpire told her about it. I don't think Allie thought it was a strike, but
no eye contact was made on that one.
Outside. So 2-1 to count. If we could just get, as somebody said the other day, just get her to get an RBI, 81 of them on the season. I believe that's right up there at the top in the nation.
Yeah, she's led that category and went back and forth with the young lady.
So got a 3-1 count here. So Stephanie, if you're coach, are you got her taken or are you giving her the green light?
No, she's got a green light.
She's got a green light. We'll see what.
I hope she challenges her here and Allie sends it 400 feet. Oh. Nope. We'll take it. Runner in scoring position.
So walk there for Wainwright. And that's going to advance Hess to second base. So 2 walks in a row.
And only 1 out.
So Clarissa Valdez comes to the plate. Clarissa grounded out back to the pitcher, her first at bat. We got a timeout here. We're going to have a little conference in the circle. And, I'm glad y'all know that song. I don't have a clue.
I really don't know it. I'm just dancing.
Oh, well, you were dancing pretty good there, Craig. Yeah. Tim's got the fingers going over here.
We got to do something. Just glad the cameras aren't on us.
I will
and
say.
that was not.
And there it is.
Oh, dang it.
There you are, Miss Stephanie.
Stephanie is grooving, and I am working the, what do we got here? The Pilot GT 07.
So we're back ready to play as Clarissa Valdez steps in here for the Cardinals.
Big opportunity here. Only one out. See if they can put together something special here in the third.
So Clarissa comes in batting .526 on the season.
Dang, girl.
Yeah, she's doing her job at the plate.
Let's get her done right now, Clarissa. Let's get her done.
She's got 43 RBI on the season, 14 doubles, 50 hits.
5 home runs.
Yes, ma'am. We'll take another. We'll take number 6 right
Five's
here.
good. Let's go 6. Valdez has certainly been a bright spot on this very powerful hitting team all year long.
So she's ahead in the count here, 2-0. Inside ball 3.
Tell you what, about to have back-to-back if they're not careful.
No. Well, we got 2 in the bullpen over here warming up for LSU Eunice. And there's ball 4. We're going to load them up.
Walked them full. So Hess at third, Wainwright at second, Valdez trots to first.
For the Cardinals, number 25, Kirsten.
So Kirsten Wilkinson comes up with ducks on the pond. Kirsten comes in batting .405 on the season. She's only had 37 at bats, but 21 scored 21 runs, 15 hits. That ball is popped up in the infield. Shortstop comes in, makes the catch, out number 2.
Just got under it.
We got the Murph up.
So here comes Sydney Murphy, hero of game number 1 yesterday.
Mentioned Bucket, part of that double, what is it? The
Dynamic
duo. I was
she
Batman and Robin.
She and Dominique Vargas were awarded the Dynamic Duo Award at the banquet on Thursday night.
The ladies look so lovely, too.
Yeah. As several people mentioned, they clean up real well.
It's exactly what my dad told me on my wedding day. He said, you clean up good, sis.
That was pretty great.
So Murphy finds herself behind in the count here, 0-2. So she's got to protect the plate. That ball's popped up in the air. Shortstop comes in, makes the catch again for out number 3. Cardinals leave them juiced. Can't get anybody in. And we go to the top of the 4th inning. Trinity Valley still trails at 1-0 here on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Kevin Stephanie along with Tom Sharon with play-by-play. It is the top of the fourth. Trinity Valley trailing by 1 to LSU Eunice. Tom, what do you got for us?
And Cardinal bats have got to come alive, and especially when we just left 3 on base there in the bottom of the third. Couldn't get anybody in. 3 walks in a row and then 2 pop-ups to end the inning, and you leave 3 of them on base. That's
those LOBs are stacking up.
Yeah,
man.
they are. I believe that's like 5 or 6 on the day.
It's 6. I counted up.
All right, Stephanie's got us covered there.
6
Counted
of
them
them
up, and 5 of those 6 were in scoring position.
I was going to say second, third, second, and third, second. Only guy that couldn't score was on first, and that's because the other bases were full.
So Peyton Prince leads off here for LSU Eunice. That first pitch was a ball. Swings on number 2 there, strike 1. That ball's hit in there, right field. Back to make the catch, Emily Stapp. Out number 1.
Gave it a decent ride, but plenty of room out there. Stapp under it for the catch.
For the Bengals, number 24, McKinley Harris.
So McKinley Harris steps in. 1 out here, nobody on. Top of the 4th inning. First pitch inside, ball 1.
We might be here a little while today, gentlemen.
Yeah, we were yesterday.
Yeah, it was a long afternoon because
both of them
there were
went
no
7 innings.
There were no run rule wins yesterday.
Fouls that one off. That evens it up at 1-1 on Harris.
Michaela dug down deep on that one. She brought a little extra heat.
So it'll be interesting, Tim and Stephanie. Game 2, we'll see if we kind of hang with this same lineup or if Coach Ratliff reverts back to what we've been seeing most of the season and getting people back in their normal spot in the lineup. And same thing on the defensive side. So 2-1 to count here on Harris.
Yeah, this feels very much like
swing and a miss.
Feels very much like game 1 of yesterday, and I think that's part of the reason is, though they played a little better in the second game yesterday, they really were not hitting on all cylinders.
No.
And so trying to change it up, jump start that lineup a little bit, but not getting the results so far. Maybe that rest will do them good and come out in game 2. We'll see.
That pitch is outside. That runs it full. 3-2 here on McKinley Harris. So Michaela Castillo's got to bear down here and get this pitch across the plate. Close enough to make Harris swing anyway. Nope. Inside, ball 4. So Harris makes her way down to first base, puts a runner on for LSU Eunice, and that's going to bring up Jaden Yesso.
Yesso playing first base. Well, we'll talk out
we're
there.
We're may get a courtesy runner down there at first for Harris. I'm not certain. I don't know what the discussion is here.
Indeed. Number for you.
It's Jaden Yesso, she was the batter. She's at the plate now. It's Jaden Yesso. I think we got 15 at first base, Tim.
Oh, okay.
And that's Carson Vandis.
Okay, Vandis.
Or Vidnai.
Vidnai. She's on first. He's on third. I don't know.
Yeah, all right. 1-1 count here to Yesso.
Okay, thanks.
So Yesso ahead in the count here at 2-1.
Cardinals got to bear down here. You don't have the bats working, so you got to man up on defense here and not let them get anything out of this.
That ball's fouled off right side, out of play. It's going to even the count up at 2-2.
So far, nothing over in Ratliff Pond today.
No, I haven't seen anything make it to Ratliff Pond today.
The wind is picking up again.
No.
Well, I say it because in my headset, that's all I hear is.
That ball has popped up way up there. Maddie Mendoza comes all the way over to the circle to make the catch for out number 2.
That's not a easy play, is it?
Not with this wind.
Not with the wind. 99 times out of 100, you're making that with your eyes closed.
So Caden Shank comes to the plate for the Bengals.
But on
still got a runner on first.
Like today, it's not going to happen very routinely for sure.
So 2 outs here. That pitch is outside, ball 1.
Give him a good look at it, but missed outside on that one.
So I was looking there on paper, and I'm kind of reluctant to bring this up, but the Bengals they've got 49 home runs on the season. Trinity Valley's got 57 home runs. And just watching this Bengal team through the lineup here a couple of times, just kind of got the feeling that they weren't a big home run team. Fouls that pitch off the left side.
They're definitely wanting to just put it in play and rely on that speed and kind of manage the game, if you will. But on a day like today, everybody's got pretty good power if you can get it up. I mean, the wind is blowing.
We would, Tim, we've seen several hit to right field, and we thought that they would make a little further out there, but they haven't. And so it kind of makes me wonder what's that ball. Just nice. Off the glove of Kinsey Hess at shortstop.
Kinsey gave a great effort.
She did. She laid out for it there. So the Bengals move up, got a runner on second and a runner on first now. 2 outs here in the inning. And that is going to bring Ciara Orgeron to the plate.
Okay,
well, Joe.
What's going on here?
Might be another one out of the box when she makes contact with the ball.
She started running the 100 before the firearm was, before the signal. Yeah, it's another one of those.
That's cost them twice.
Very unorthodox, but it has been effective if they stay in the box. It's like you said, Steph, twice they have.
That pitch misses, so that runs it to a full count.
I guarantee you that Coach Ratliff came in today and said, hey, keep an eye on this. We've played this team twice, and I'm aware of their style. Yep. Great camera work. Good job putting that on the screen.
Castillo loses her there. She's going to get to first anyway. Base on balls for Shank.
Now batting for LSU, number 16. Yeah.
Still got 2 outs, though, so you gotta get.
We gotta
bear down, get that final out
here. We're going to have a change here at the circle for the Cardinals. Coach Ratliff's talking to Castillo.
No one warming up in the pen yet, so I don't know if they.
I guess not, but this is visit number 2 in the game here.
Well, but the other was in the second inning.
Yes,
I think
it
it's
was
two per inning.
2 per inning. How many per game? 3.
I'll have to double check. But you can get you can't go twice in the same inning without making a move on the pitcher.
Yeah.
The other odd thing is, and Stephanie, you had to teach me this a few years back now, same pitcher can come back in the game. We saw it yesterday.
Yeah.
Lozano came back in after leaving in the first, came back in the 6th.
So the Bengals have runners in scoring position at first and second. That first pitch to Orgeron is inside, ball 1.
Yeah, they can come back in the original, I believe, in the original order of the lineup. And then positionally, they can swap positions all day long. So if you actually had a pitcher that plays right field right now, you could flip-flop the girls.
Uh-huh.
Pitch number 2's inside for ball 2.
Boy. Here we go. Come on now, Michaela. You got what it takes. Just get back in that groove.
Michaela shows a little bit of frustration there. She slings the ball into her glove.
Yeah, I've noticed that a couple of times this year.
That catches the corner on the inside for strike 1.
She will bring that thing, just fire it into the mitt, a couple of feet away from her right hand into her left-handed glove.
That was way inside, so that takes it to 3-1. I just saw Coach Ratliff point at somebody and point at the bullpen.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we will get somebody warmed up here.
Nice comeback pitch there.
So that runs it full, 3-2 here on Orgeron. As Castillo battling back. So 2 on, 2 outs here.
Kenzie Hess just giving her some great encouragement right after that last pitch. Come on, go get her right here.
And that's it. In the gap between third and short. Gonna be. Oh, they got her in the hot box. Gonna get the out
Stuck
at
on the
second
turf.
base. Yep.
And I didn't go.
But they do get the run
They do
home.
get the run across.
That was a good job to cut that thing and minimize the damage.
So the Bengals put another one on the board here as they lead it 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Cardinals will be coming up to bat. We'll bring you more here on the Cardinal Sports Network.
We are chasing a dream. One that tests our grit, our faith, our courage. This dream calls us. It unites us. Here's to those who lead this life.
At Trinity Valley Community College, we provide more than just an education. We provide a place for students to connect and grow. We are the home of champions. We are TVCC.
To get it going here, Tom, it is a 2-0 deficit. Tim, Stephanie, and Tom with your play-by-play.
Taylor Bilderback leading it off for the Cardinals, and yeah, the Cardinals got to get the bats woke up here as they trail this one 2-0 in the bottom of the 4th.
Bilderback can do it. She's been clutch most of this season.
First
Stephanie
pitch is in for a strike.
Stephanie made a great point on that last in the break there. You got time to resurface it?
Sure. We had runners on second and third, but we got number 16 to a 3-2 count, so she was. Oh, she's on
Bilderback
base.
hit by the pitch.
So that runner on second base literally had a 3-2 count, 2 out. She had a runner behind her, so she was going on the pitch.
Yeah.
So there was no stopping her, and so that base hit was an easy score for her. Whereas if it would not have been that situation, she may have actually been able to stay at third. But anyway,
Made a great observation.
Yeah, but those, each that first run in the first inning, that was really on an error. So we got on base, or they got on, and then a forced error is what scored that run. And then really those two runners that were on walks.
That's right.
For this last inning. So
Cameron Messick comes to the plate here. Runner on first and Bilderback. And the first pitch is outside for ball one. Oh, excuse me, caught the corner.
That was a delayed call.
I'm telling you.
he was listening to the commentary.
Well,
It's like I had to wait on somebody to figure that out. You're okay now. I'm going to call the strike.
And now I'm going to call it.
That was a big one here.
Let's call that one too.
So Messick down in the count here, 0-2. Kind of a little check swing on that last pitch.
Bats are about to come to life here, and I really feel like Cameron's about to get this thing going. I'm going to try your style here, Tom, but I actually feel it.
All right, we'll take it, Mr. Tim.
I'm trying to see if it's the wind. The flag is just like this, but I mean, it looks like feels like it's really coming up here. As I say it stops. There you go.
Ball's hit right to the center fielder. Throw back to first. Not in time. Ooh. Close play at first base as Bilderback had to get back.
Coach is definitely telling her, you got to get down. She is not happy. She took a few steps back to the grass.
Coach from LSU is going to question the call there at first.
There's another look at it for you.
Got it on replay there. Tell us what you see, Mr. Tim.
Well, I see a good glare right now.
Right? Oh.
What do you guys?
Oh, here's a good play. Oh, got her. Oops,
wow.
Sorry.
What a.
We'll just keep that to ourselves.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell nobody. No. But I think that's why Coach is a little frustrated with, like, hey, you got to hustle.
We got a discussion going on here between the field umpire and the plate umpire on the line at first base. It's going to be interesting to see if they what they do here.
Regardless of how this thing goes, how about the arms?
No doubt.
Delivered.
They ruled her safe.
And honestly, Taylor should have dove back.
Yeah, I think that's why Coach is a little bit frustrated. He's like, you got to hustle, got to get down.
So we get
now
back
you
to
have
play.
To, you have to take advantage of this now.
Yeah, we get back to play. Maddie Mendoza coming to the plate for the Cardinals. Maddie was a strikeout victim, her first at bat back in the second inning.
See what the freshman does here.
Fouls that one off. Stephanie, we haven't seen very many balls on the ground from the Cardinal batters today.
We've seen a lot of pop-ups, but honestly, I can't tell from this perspective actually what she's throwing.
Yeah. Fouls that pitch off as well, so behind in the count.
Yeah, but even when you watch a pitcher, as she finished that windup and left the pitch, did you see her hand come all the way up like this?
Yes, ma'am.
That's usually a rise ball.
Okay.
Something that stays low around the hips is going to be a curveball or a drop.
How about the open hand? Is that happening regardless?
It depends. Like when I played, we actually had people playing knuckleball who could throw knuckle fastballs.
Oh, man.
And that's how they would throw them.
I got you.
But I doubt she's throwing a knuckle fastball.
So 1-2 to count here to Mendoza. That pitch is outside, 2-2.
Yeah. So skill-wise, if you want to look at it, you could watch the pitcher, how it leaves her hand, where her hand ends up and where her feet end up is usually where you're going to find where the ball ends up.
Okay. Good stuff. I'm taking notes here.
Inside.
He has worked it full. That's a good at-bat from Mendoza. Come on, Maddie.
So 1 out here in the inning. Cardinals got a runner on and Bilderback at first. Bilderback almost doubled up. Swing and a miss by Mendoza for strikeout. That's number 2 for her today. And that takes us to the top of the order. And Emily Stapp, 2 outs here.
Number 4, Emily.
Cardinals find themselves down by 2 runs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So really need to get something going. Need to generate some runs. I know that when I was talking with Coach Ratliff yesterday, she said that in Game 1, she said she walked into the inning, the dugout there in that inning that they did score, and she told them, said, "Look, y'all got to figure out a way to manufacture runs." And one of them took her serious.
Yeah. Yeah. She said,
"All right, let me show you. I know how to do that." That is down the left field side, out of play, foul. It really wasn't out of play. It was still in the field, but it fell foul. So 0-2 the count here on Emily Stapp.
Got to be clutch here with 2 on her.
Pitch was high, ball 1. A reminder to our viewers, at the conclusion of this game, you'll have to log off and then log back in for game number 2. And we'll give you an estimated start time when we get to that point. That ball is hit in the gap. Going to be over the head of the center fielder, off the wall. They're sending... And Emily Stapp is going to be safe at home as she slides in head first. So the Bilderback, excuse me. So the Cardinals do put a run on the board there.
That's huge right there. Big
that
hit.
Double by Emily Stapp. Yeah.
Yeah, coming all the way around from first base, scoring from third. It made it a little closer than I thought they were going to. That was a great.
Prince made an excellent play out in right center. That ball hit the wall, and she one-handed grabbed it off the wall on the bounce and immediately threw it into second base.
Clutch.
Threw it into the cutoff.
2 strikes and delivered.
That's hit down the line. Fair ball into left field. They're going to hold her up at third. Kinsey Hess there with that hit. She's going to motor on into second base.
And now she's perhaps in scoring position. The only problem was that it was so fast to her they didn't have time to score from second. But right call for sure, holding her up, because she would have been dead to rights.
Yep. Now we're making something happen. This is good, and we've only we do have 2 outs. Hey, but we've got Allie Wainwright at the plate.
Come on,
so we got runners at second and third, 2 outs here in the inning, and you said Wainwright coming to the plate. So, if you're Coach Ratliff, you got to be pretty happy with this situation that you got Wainwright coming up. Even though you got 2 outs here in the inning, it just 2 hits in a row there.
We've seen this team put a bunch of points and runs on the board with 2 outs. So let's see if they can have that success again here today.
Hopefully they're feeling the momentum of these moments right here, and they're just going to carry it on.
And guys, we've seen that throughout the season, that the Cardinals put 1 on the board and then they just keep coming. And before you know it, there's a 4 or 5 spot on the board out there in a single inning, and they just take control. Hoping that happens here. 2 on, 2 out. That first pitch to Wainwright was a ball.
Allie had a base hit first time up to right field and walked her second time up.
Second pitch is in for ball 2.
Definitely being very selective with what they offer her here.
I'm sure they know the name Allie Wainwright. That ball is hit right field. That's off of the scoreboard. Over the scoreboard. 2 runs. three-run shot. Allie Wainwright. Touch them all, young lady.
Well done. Nicely.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's a three-run shot, isn't it?
It is.
That will turn the momentum in a big hurry. No, sir, she says.
So 3 more RBIs for Allie Wainwright on the season.
That, you're right, was over the scoreboard. And that thing may still be rolling down that hill.
Down the hill, yeah.
And we've got, scoreboard's not right. It is right.
It is right.
It
I
is
missed
right.
one.
No, it should be 4.
No, I think it's 4. It should be 4.
4.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm counting mine. I was like, did I count wrong? What am I doing wrong?
I know this is no comfort to you, but I have 4 too. That means nothing to anyone in this booth, Tim.
That ball's headed down the right field line, going to fall foul by Clarissa Valdez.
Yeah, Bilderback scored as well as Stapp,
Aren't they just
Hess,
below
and
us?
Wainwright on that home run.
Aren't they just below
So
us? Can we give
Kinsey,
it a stomp?
what happened with Kinsey Hess?
Kinsey Hess had the double.
Yeah. No, she was first out of the
she
inning.
was
Okay, that
But
takes us back to
Bilderback
3.
scored. Bilderback scored the first
Wait a
run of the
minute.
inning
Hit
and then a
pitch, Taylor
3-run
Bilderback,
shot.
and then a fly out.
So
Cameron
that
Bassett.
Stapp was on with the double.
Yeah.
Hess with a single, and
Okay.
Wainwright with a 3-run monster shot that's still traveling down 19
So this,
north.
Kinsey couldn't have been an out.
yeah,
she had to
no,
have scored because
she
if that was
scored.
an out, she would have been the 3rd out of the inning.
She's the one that got that the
No,
loop
Kinsey
that was
was-
really the
Yeah.
single that she took second base on.
Yeah,
That's
Kinsey
right.
was
Yeah.
a single.
So it should be 4-0.
It is. Should
4-2.
be 4-1.
We're
Excuse me.
standing on.
Oh, they put it in the wrong. 4-2. All right, we'll fix that at Just Trust Us.
It's on the ground to the shortstop. Slow roller across to first to get Valdez for out number 3. But the Cardinals come up big here. We show it that it should be 4-2. And we'll
Innings. The LSU East Bengals. 2. Your Trinity Valley Cardinals. 3.
No. They scored
Cardinals
4.
are showing 4.
Yeah, they're showing 4.
we're showing 4, yeah.
4. Do I need
Anyway,
We'll go to break.
we're going to go to break here as
I'll
the
go get my
Cardinals
talking
lead
to.
this one, either 3-2, 4-2. And we'll be right back on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Find something you can hold on to. Find someone who'll be there for you. 'Cause that's all that really matters in the end. Find somewhere you can come home to. Find someone that'll die for you. 'Cause it's all that really matters in the end. It's love, love, Find something you can hold on to. Find someone who'll be there for you. 'Cause that's all that really matters in the end. Find somewhere you can come home to.
At the replay here. Tim,
Look
I've
at
got a
that
glare
thing.
there. You're going to have to fill them in.
That home run, it's beautiful. Just over
Looking at Wainwright's home run.
over the scoreboard out in right center, and just to the left of that board, and it was on the fly. No doubt about it. As soon as it left, I was like, hurry, because boy, it was a shot. So 3 more RBIs, 4 in the inning. Cardinals leading at 4-2. I'm Tim. We got Stephanie and Tom with the play-by-play.
Well, we've got a pitch batter for the Bengals as they come to the plate here. Number 21, Malaya Galvan's going to be leading off. And I wrote that down in the wrong spot. She's leading off for Mia Smith. That first pitch is outside for a ball.
Tim, I looked it up. Wind's coming out of the south. That's what the weather says.
Uh-huh.
And we're looking at it feels more than 11 miles per hour, I can tell you that.
I was going to say, it feels like it's feels like gale force winds up here, but y'all know my heights challenges. So the flags today, they are actually, like right now, standing up. Yesterday we saw them kind of just draping the pole. So 2-1 the count here.
Yeah, Galvan coming into bat for the Bengals. Ahead in the count, 2-1. Slaps that one foul down the left field baseline. I'll get it out here in a minute, Tim.
How about the hands over there from McLean in the dugout?
Yeah,
she's over there like,
yeah, she's protecting her coach.
I'm ready. I got my glove on. Got to have that person though, right, Stephanie?
Absolutely. Somebody's got to be on task over there.
Boom.
Ring
Okay.
It's a good time for one of those.
I'm telling you.
As we've got Tardif in the ball game. I believe that's Georgia Tardif that's out there.
Yeah, we did change pitchers.
Georgia is tasked with an all-important shutdown inning. I mean, you get 4 on the board, now you want to come out and, hey, let's get right to work.
So, Maya Leno is the batter. And Tim, you got Georgia Tardif in the circle?
Yes,
is that
indeed.
correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Nice off-speed pitch. In for a strike there. So, Tardif out early here on Leno, 2-0, excuse me.
Freshman out of Anmore, Canada.
Fouls that pitch off. So count remains 0-2. So that is Georgia Tardif, yeah. Georgia comes in with an ERA of 2.25, 2 wins, 1 loss on the season, 14 appearances. Hits that one on the ground, off of Tardif's glove. Kinsey Hess feels it, but throws it away at first base. So the runner's going to advance to second. Not what you want to have happen there.
Nope.
Some bad luck there because I feel like that you might have a play at short, Stephanie. But once that ball caroms that way, it was.
Yes, she had all her momentum headed to the center of the field to get the ball, and then it came off the glove, so that she had to kind of come back at it. So it's a tough one. Then she makes an off,
Yeah, that's one of those as a pitcher. You got to decide, if I put my glove out there, can I make certain that I'm going to field it? That's hit to the second baseman. It crossed back over to Wainwright to get the out.
Excellent play.
So second out of the inning there is Elsa Sean as she grounds out to the second baseman, Bilderback.
And that was a really nice grab by her. It looked like in that position all year.
So Mackenzie Elazar comes to the plate here. Runner on third with 2 outs. So Cardinals looking here to try to make quick work of the Bengals to get out of this inning, not give anything up. That pitch is a little inside and a little high.
I'd be curious to find out how many players on this team played shortstop in high school.
Right.
Yeah.
Your star position.
That ball's hit slowly on the ground. Maddie Mendoza picks it up. Can't get the runner at first.
Goodness.
She was scooting down the baseline. The run scores.
Yeah, Illinois coming in hard from third scores. And how about the speed from Elazar?
Wow, that was some hustle.
She just flat beat that one out, guys.
She did.
So Peyton Prince comes up here, 2 outs, runner on first. Bengals just put one across the plate to make it 4-3 here in the game. That ball's hit in the air, right field. Emily Stapp there makes the catch for out number 3, but the Bengals put 1 on the board as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Trinity Valley leads it now 4-3. We'll be right back on the Cardinal Sports Network.
We gave it headlamps that shine through the darkest days. It has an engine that can take us farther than ever before. Its truck bed has the capacity to carry the weight of the world, and its color can change everything. Because when called upon, this Ram is the only truck built to serve the greater good.
As we go to the bottom of the fifth, Trinity Valley claiming the lead in the bottom of the fourth, but coming back with a run to answer. It's a good one this afternoon, Tom.
Yeah, I'm going to give Stephanie the honors here. We have a pitching change, and so she had the little.
Right, Erica Savage in the circle.
Savage in the circle.
Savage in the circle.
Savage in the circle for the Bengals.
That is a fun name.
It is.
Kirsten Wilkinson leading it off here for the Cardinals. Let's see if they can keep the bats going here. Manufactured some runs, 3 of them coming off of a Allie Wainwright home run over the scoreboard. And that's Allie's first one here in the new field.
I hope Benny's listening because that was my call for Wednesday. I was betting. I had money on Wainwright over the wall.
Yeah.
Yep.
Boy,
exactly. I called it like I just went that right center.
And it was a very memorable one because that ball right there, whew,
I know.
over the board. Which, by the way, thank you for not breaking the brand new scoreboard.
Yes.
Let me just go over it. How about that?
Well, we built over in my department, we built a frame there, Tim, that's got a net on it in front of the scoreboard. Stands off the scoreboard about a foot out in front.
I was just going to ask if there was one.
There is a net in
Thought
front
of
of
everything.
it, yeah.
Thought of everything.
Nice
Pitch
little
down the
insurance policy.
Now, I'm not going to lie, though. That net might have been challenged by that. That thing might almost went through the net. She did get all of it, didn't she?
I think she went through the uprights. There's the two columns that the scoreboard is mounted on.
I
The
think
two
she
uprights
did.
stick up there. So she really ought to got three more runs.
Three
off of it.
runs.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Should have been a six-run home run is what it should have been.
Go ahead and make it
Three
a
for
Actually, check that. Can you play that back for us?
Yeah.
Did it go through the goalpost?
Yeah, 3 for her and the 2 runners on base, and then 3 for splitting the uprights. We combine the game of football. That ball's hit in the air to center field. That's going to get.
Hurl!
Gone! Hello, Kirsten Wilkinson with the home run. Touch them all, young lady.
Kirsten taking the opportunity she's been given and putting it over one of the deepest parts of the park.
Savage served one up.
Yes, she did.
Savage serving in the
Kirsten
circle.
said, "Thank you, ma'am. Let me show you where I'm going to put this over that 220 mark."
That ball said, "Hit me."
Yeah.
Wow, that was a. Well, I love what we're seeing.
Headed for the big oak tree out there. I don't know who's on the camera in center field, but that ball was just to our point, just to the left of them, head towards the big oak tree there. So that's going to bring up
Sydney.
Yeah, Sydney Murphy here.
Sydney had that solo shot yesterday that was the only hit Trinity Valley had in game 1, and it was enough. A long home run solo shot to give them the 1-0 win over Navarro.
That pitch is inside, ball 2. I'm a little bit nervous about calling these pitches before Blue raises his arm. I did that a while ago, and I had to erase my book, put it down as a strike.
We did have a delay of game call earlier on that one. He didn't call the delay of game, but he did a delay of game and then made a strike like 20 seconds afterwards. Y'all remember what I'm talking about? I was like, delay of game on myself, strike.
Sorry, I had
I'm
delayed
kidding.
memory and delayed response. Everything about that call
Where's
right there.
Tim
The
going?
comment was, oh
What
my
is
God.
what's
So
going on in that
You're
mind?
saying
of
that he
his?
checked his Facebook page before he decided to make the call? Is that what you're saying, Tim?
It was a little long. That's all I'm saying.
So 2-0 here, the count on Sydney Murphy. That's outside, ball 3. So 3-0 to Murph.
Yeah, she's definitely in the driver's seat here.
You can read the ribbons on the pitcher's back of her little ponytail.
That's right.
The wind is blowing down there.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty confident of it.
That's ball 4. Murphy takes her base.
Walked her on 4 pitches.
And that's going to bring Taylor Builder back to the plate. And if you look back at the inning before, that's where it all got started with Taylor Builder back, as she was hit by a pitch and then moved all the way around and scored the first run for the Cardinals. And then we had 2 outs consecutive there with Messick and Mendoza. Then Emily Stabb, Kenzie Hess got on base, and then Allie Wainwright. Let me show you. I'm going to send it through the uprights of the scoreboard.
Yeah, and like you said, Bilderback's on first, and steps up and hits that double and scoring all the way from first. It's kind of breaks it open, gets that first run. And then, like we've talked about, man, they are not content with one and done. They're like, hey, let's add a few more. And
thank goodness.
It's kind of like, you know, you get that first one across, it kind of lights a little fire. We didn't see that in game 1 yesterday, but throughout the season we've seen that. They get one run across. Usually there's going to be at least 2 or 3 more to come with it.
Been there.
And that definitely held up there in the bottom of the 4th.
Been their moniker.
Shows the bunt, pulls it back, pitches a ball.
So Murphy there sees her attempting to kind of throw back, but says, I think you're bluffing, and kind of walks back. Was that ever one of your things, Stephanie? Like, look, I know you're not throwing it.
Right.
Now that time she's like, I'm going to have a little more urgency. But
Right.
on the other one, she's like,
messed
I'm
up.
calling your bluff, and I'm going to, because there's no one here to make the throw.
Yeah, Bilderback, yeah. So Bilderback is watching the second baseman there because the first baseman's playing the bunt.
We used to get, we had to play all the way down into like, I almost want to say like, honestly, I think it was even like grade school, junior high.
Uh-huh.
I played shortstop, and I knew our catcher so well that we would call this play, and we would call, I would just say, Joe Bob. And I would just call out Joe Bob, and my third baseman would come up. We trained our third baseman to come up, and we would pick runners off left and right at third base.
Because they were just not ready?
Nope, because they were not expecting it.
So home run to lead off the inning with Wilkinson. Now we've got back-to-back walks.
Trying to put the pressure on here.
Sidney Murphy and Taylor Bilderback both draw the walk. That brings Cameron Messick to the plate.
Let's go, Cameron.
Cameron shows the bunt, pulls it back, ball 1.
Making something happen. We need some insurance runs. Let's see if they actually end up pulling the trigger and putting a bunt down. Now, we talked about bunts the other day, too. You got to be careful how you're bunting on this because of what that turf's, how it's going to bounce on that turf.
Saw that.
We saw that
2 or
several
3
times,
4 times yesterday. It was just kind of a backspin toward them.
They put it right in front of the batter's box there, and it'd come right back.
So, and then even so, you can't hit it too hard out because it's gonna go. So it's like you have to learn to cushion it.
Almost like catch it.
Yeah, exactly.
Shows bunt, pitches outside for a ball. So 2-1 to count here on Messick.
Savage is finding herself in a little bit of danger here. She's down 2-1, walked 2 batters, giving up a long ball.
Who was on the call with me when that ball went down the first base line and came back in? Was it Benny or one of you?
That might have been us. Yeah. I think I remember one too where it was, and then it
went out and it came. Yes.
It was the spin.
What just happened?
Are you talking about the new field? Or
the
over?
old field,
yeah, that's
yeah.
what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I remember that happening over there, but I was like, man.
So 3-1 the count here on Messick.
Yeah, that was top spin city.
So she's got the green light, I'm sure. Looks for the. The ball's outside, gets away from the catcher, ball 4. So bases loaded here for the Cardinals.
I think that bounced short of the batter's box on the right-hand side of the plate. Just, I don't know, did she lose it or?
So a home run and back-to-back base on balls, and Maddie Mendoza coming up here.
Well, they loaded to the hilt.
We're going to have a pitching change for the Bengals coming into the circle, number 4, Anna Kate Miller. She just threw that one over the top of the head of the catcher. Anna Kate Miller comes in with a 4.32 ERA, 1-1 record on the season, 16 appearances for the Bengals.
Isn't that like the NFL Bengals colors?
I believe that is.
Yeah.
I know that they are orange and black. Yes,
yep.
ma'am.
Well, Stephanie, while we got a chance here, yesterday kind of I let it out a little early. I got Tom a Father's Day present. I got him a telescope ordered, so if he can't be here on a Wednesday game, maybe he can look out the shop.
So Stephanie, you see the folks sitting on the hill?
Yes.
If you look through that opening in the trees, that building right behind it's my welded building. Yes, ma'am.
He might almost.
So I told him I'm going to build me a stand and put that telescope up there so I can watch the games.
And, of course, I did not really do that, so please don't look for a telescope to be sure.
No, I'm not. No.
Oh,
He
man.
just needs an outdoor workshop. Like, now this is what it's like if you're welding outside.
You know, we're
and
actually
then
working
you're
on
gonna do
that. Yeah, we're actually working on that. We're setting up a what would be a pipeline simulation area.
Okay.
So our students can get the effect of pipeline welding.
That's
We've
pretty
got
awesome.
a pinch batter here for the Cardinals, 22.
Stepping in.
Looking for a name here.
Well, that's going to be none other than Madeline Copeland.
Madeline Copeland.
Out of
all right.
Houston, Texas. So Maddie getting a shot here. 1-1.
Come on, Madeline.
Uh-huh.
So bases juiced here for the Cardinals.
Oh, dang, that was a shot.
She did hit
Hit
a
it
rope.
right to the third baseman for out number 1.
Right at her. You hate that for Madeline, but boy, she tore the cover off that ball.
Yeah, you know what? She did her job. She
Yep.
really got the bat on the ball hard.
Yeah.
So we're back to the top of the order here, and Emily Stapp. Emily scored in the last inning for the Cardinals. So let's see if Emily can add to her RBI numbers on the season. Bases loaded here, 1 out, bottom of the 5th. Cardinals lead at 5-3. That pitch is outside, ball 1. Oh, he called it a strike. There you go, Tom.
Going back to, I already looked down too. Going back to that play, Murphy did a great job to get back to third because
Yes.
she's a couple of feet off the base and hustling immediately.
Yeah.
We're both
That is
looking.
ball 1.
These two beside me are patiently waiting for the ball now so that they don't
I don't
miss
trust
me.
myself anymore. I don't
either.
Oh, man.
I really
don't know
enjoy
if it's-
calling with the two of you. It's a lot of
It's
fun.
an adventure is what you're trying to say.
I believe that's outside. It was in the middle of the left-hand batter box, so I would say that's ball 2.
You're saying that with a lot of confidence, sir.
Yeah, I know. So
There you
2-1 the count here on Emily.
Love to see a couple of insurance runs here.
That ball's hit.
Gonna do it.
Gonna get it down into center field. Gonna score 2.
Yep.
They
throw the
That,
brakes.
that throw is all the way to the backstop. That's gonna score a 3rd run on the errant
and
pitch.
out of play.
Out of play.
Oh.
She's gonna get to score from third and hold up.
There
So
we go.
I don't know how you score that in the books, but I can tell you this: Trinity Valley just scored 3 more runs.
That's
They
right.
needed that.
I make black boxes. That's how I do it.
Yes. Coming in is Murphy, Bilderback, and Messick all the way from first.
So Staff actually had a single on that, but she's standing at third base after all those throws and misplays, ball in a dugout. So Trinity Valley up 8-3 here as Kinsey Hess comes to the plate. Still just 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Strike 1. Need to wait there. Check my Facebook page.
Put in a to-go order.
Yep.
I need to post the picture I took of Benny and I on the first game. It was just the sweetest picture. He was so fun.
Wait, Benny took a selfie with
He
you?
did. Has he not taken selfies with
He
you?
likes you more than us. We can't do selfies. Can't Tom? He won't do a selfie with us.
Look at that.
Hey, that's a good
That
selfie
is a good
right
picture.
there.
Really
Excellent.
sweet.
That's probably because
Yeah.
he's like, Stephanie won't do me dirty. I know Tim and Tom, they'll do me dirty.
That ball's hit down the left
Get
side.
down.
Oh,
what a
beautiful catch.
But it's going to score the run. Emily
Wow.
Stapp comes in to score for the Cardinals.
I'm going to tell you,
Wow.
LSR almost threw her out at the plate after going
Dang,
airborne.
yes.
What a play there from
Mackenzie
Mackenzie.
Alazar.
but Emily coming in to make it 9-3 now. I'm
Yeah.
getting greedy. I want
Now
a couple more.
you want a couple more. I'm picking up what you're laying down.
So Allie Wainwright
another look at it on
in the
the
box here for the Cardinals. Strike one call.
Excellent play, though.
Yeah.
By the left fielder.
She really had to sell
She had to
out
lay
for
out.
it.
Yeah, she did. I believe that was going to be a foul ball, but she was able to make the catch for the out. That pitch is outside. Ball one. So 1-1 the count here on Wainwright. Wainwright was the one that got it, kind of broke it open last inning with a 3-run shot over the scoreboard.
She may say, hey, I want to do another one here.
So what's interesting about that play, you might not think about it, but I'm looking at it from a coaching perspective. If that was a one-run game
Yes, ma'am.
or a tie game, you don't make that catch.
Yeah.
Because you don't want that run to score.
Right.
Coming all the way around.
Right.
No, I mean even this foul
from
ball.
third base.
Like you let that foul ball drop.
See, I was thinking that's going to actually.
Off the ankle of the pitcher. Wainwright hustling. I
She's
believe
safe.
she beat it out. She did.
Ouch.
Ouch is right. Because Allie Wainwright put something on that. That pitcher took it off the ankle.
Good vantage point, though, Stephanie. From where I thought that was going to be a fair ball, but I think y'all both may be right. Let's see if we got a look at it. Oh, that's off the pitcher just now, but man, she's still standing. She's tougher than me.
So Paige Abrams is going to come in for Clarissa Valdez and Pat here.
Paige has been something special all year long.
A young lady from Fort Collins, Colorado.
The transfer sophomore stepping up here. Love to see her do more damage. Trinity Valley had a 9-3 lead, 6-run ball game here. Runner on. He just gave us the attaboy.
I don't think he was looking this high, Tim.
I thought he was waving at Stephanie. I'm like, sir, she's a married woman. Just teasing. I am so sorry. That's bad.
Yeah, so Paige Abrams steps in here for the Cardinals. She's asking for time, and Blue grants it. Paige comes in with a batting average of .548 on the season. This was the young lady that earlier in the season, they just could not get her out when she came to the plate. She had a on-base percentage of like 3,000 or something. I don't remember, but it was
for
fantastic.
a while. It was what her slugging percentage, on-base percent 13. It was 1.
It was way out
0.3 something for a long time.
Yep.
Ooh. I almost had a chance to protect you.
Yeah, that was going to be I'm under the table moment.
So Paige is behind in the count here, 0-2.
Actually, I think we got a chance to get a ball here at some point, y'all.
I think so too.
There's,
We do.
you know,
We got plenty of room.
yeah.
Try not to go after it though and rip my my headset off like I did on top of that one time I was calling with you and I went after the ball. But I got my head ripped off.
That was our first game together. I was like, this is going to be fun.
It's going to be a fun year.
1-2 the count here on Abrams. Swing and a miss, strikeout, out number 3 for the Cardinals. But they come up, put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more on the board here in the bottom of the 5th. Lead this with 9-3 as we go to the top of the 6th on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Welcome to Trinity Valley Community College. At TVCC, we're more than a college, we're a community, a place where you can connect, grow, and create a future you're proud of.
Yeah.
We provide you a variety of pathways and hands-on learning opportunities to find your path and success in the Valley. We offer you classroom settings where you aren't lost in the crowd, but stand out. Why attend TVCC? Why not? So what are you waiting for? Come find your pathway in the Valley and become a Cardinal today.
Let's go! The sports medicine experts from physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital are excited to support another year of Trinity Valley Community College athletics. Achieve better health, better performance, and better results. We're focused on excellence every day for patients, athletes, and Cardinals.
And welcome back. It is 9-3 here as we go into the top of the 6th. Trinity Valley putting the offense together in the 4th and at the bottom of the 5th now. And, boy, they've figured it out.
Yeah, they did, Tim. They put a 4 and a 5 up there and lead this one, as you said, 9-3. And our monitors just went blank. I do that every now and then. I just go blank.
I was going to say, I think they're paying homage to us.
Age or what?
Yeah, go blank every now and then.
Yeah.
Benny's was upside down the other day. When ours finally came on, his was upside down. He's like, what's going on?
McKinley Harris leading off here for the Bengals. Top of the 6th inning. They trail by 6. That pitch is in.
So, Tom, we talked a little bit about the other day. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to go into delay as we wait for the call. About all the awards that were given out.
Oh,
I'll take a chance to brag on Branson and the Cardinal Sports Network because he
hit on the ground through the left side of the infield there.
And he was able to talk a little bit about, I don't remember how many events, over triple digits again this year, but like getting ready for the game on Wednesday and all the elements and fighting through that stuff. And, people don't know that a game like today, they've been out here since 7 o'clock this morning, just working to get it ready. And hats off to them because
they do an excellent job.
We're very blessed here at the Cardinal Sports Network.
She watched game number 2 yesterday. She was sitting in the stands here. And she doesn't meet any strangers, and she was talking to some folks, and she told them that I did the Cardinal Sports Network, and they said, oh, they are hands down, they are the best. These people told her, said, we've watched a lot of college. That ball's hit in the air, into right center, but back to make the catch for the Cardinals. Bilderback, yeah.
We're not used to saying that name there.
No, we're not.
That's a nice grab there, so quickly one out, holds the runner to first.
But anyway, the lady bragged on us quite a bit and said that it was just not from top to bottom an excellent job by the Cardinal Sports Network. And as I mentioned the other night, Tim, we have the easy job.
Oh yeah.
All we got to do is stand up here and talk.
That's right.
And my wife says I do that really well.
And I got the goofy part now myself.
I may not get a single message across, but I can talk. I inherited that from my dad. He was a talker.
Gift of gab.
So Caden Sheck up here at the plate for the Bengals.
Now, I think one thing about the Cardinal Sports Network, we all take our role very seriously. We do, like those guys setting it up, getting it set, the replays, the graphics, the camera work, the play-by-play, the commentary. It's the directing. That's, man, all those things, and I know I'm missing stuff, but they all play into the recipe of a delicious cake on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. So 2-1
You know where I'm going after this game. I'm give a big old piece of cake.
Cherry Laurels.
That's what it sounds like.
Oh, they're so good.
The ball's on the inside corner, strike 2, so evens it up at 2-2 here on Sheck.
See if Georgia can just.
Yeah, Georgia Tardif has come on in here in relief. She's done an excellent job for the Cardinals.
Finish her off right here.
Right back to Tardif. She's going to go to second place. They get the out at second. Kenzie Hess, they're covering.
Kenzie did a little quick footwork there because she had to catch and step
she did.
All in one motion. And they get it done.
That's a good play.
So Ciara Orgeron comes to the plate for the Bengals. 2 outs here. First pitch is a strike.
Again, we're just trained as ball players. You just throw the ball, and they're supposed to be there.
That's right. Good faith and confidence in her teammate.
That one's on the ground through left side over here for a base hit. So the Bengals have got runners at first and second.
Kenzie was playing a little more up the middle than she has on some of the other hitters.
Mia Smith.
So Mia Smith comes to the plate here for the Bengals.
Off speed.
Oh, pretty good location. Just missing
it's
there.
It's going to be a ball, though. Never raised that right arm. So
no.
kept
I'm
waiting,
still
waiting,
watching.
Waiting, yeah. It's like a caddy said, well, we're waiting. That pitch is on the inside, going to miss ball 2.
LSU over there making some noise in their dugout. They're like, hey, we just need a couple of big innings. They got to get it going, though, with 2 outs.
In the middle. Strike 1. So look back here at the previous inning with Tardif. She was never behind in the count with anyone. And she is here her first time to be behind. 2 balls and a strike.
Nice.
Oh, we'll take it.
Floated it right there on the black of the plate. Just enough.
So that evens it up at 2-2 here on Smith. That's hit right down the line. That's going to be a fair ball. Got under the glove of Maddie Mendoza.
Maddie was thinking, I'm going to step on third and throw over to first, and I only need 1 out.
I think she may have made the play in her head first.
Yeah.
I agree with you there.
Because she was there on it.
She
She is so sure-handed. It's almost like count on that 999 times out of 1,000. So runners at second and third. LSU Eunice not done yet. They're working.
Yeah. So we're going to have a pinch hitter here for the Bengals. Coming to the plate, number 22.
All of a sudden,
Zoe Smith.
Play like that.
Yeah.
Play like that. If you can find a big boomstick here, that would go a long way to pulling them back within striking distance. Down 5, a 3-run shot here would help things a lot for the Bengals.
So Zoe Smith coming to play, batting .290 on the season for the Bengals.
Number 22.
That infield's got to right now have been telling Georgia, hey, you're pitching great. That was on us. Let's get 1 more out here and go on in.
That off speed. Oh.
I thought that got away from her too.
Yeah.
Don't need that.
So 0-1 in the count here.
So 2 on, 2 out. Runners on second and third for the Bengals. Zoe Smith, the pinch hitter. Inside. 1-1. So the Bengals trying to claw their way back in here. No pun intended.
I took pun with that.
Did you?
I had to take some puns, sir.
I'll let you. I'll let you. That's foul off right side. Into the dugout. Off the net into the dugout of the Bengals.
See if Georgia can finish it right here.
Yeah,
I'd love to see that.
Take a look at that bat. Does that seem a little shorter than some of the other bats we've seen?
Might be. I'm not sure.
I could be wrong. I can be wrong.
I think she saw the same thing. She's like, I'm going to make her go out and try and get it with that little bit shorter bat. It's going to be hard for her to reach the spot I'm going to put it at, but she held off.
2-2 the count here on Zoe Smith.
Georgia's actually pretty fun to watch pitch.
Yeah, she is. Cardinals leading this one 9-4.
There it is. That's the one. Dang. There we go.
Throw down to first for out number 3. So Bengals able to put 1 across here, cut it to 9-4. And the Cardinals still lead it here on the Cardinal Sports Network.
I don't do this just to make a living. It's in our blood, really. I want to be the greatest that's ever done it. I'm hungry for bronc riding, I love it. And I couldn't imagine doing anything else.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, no matter what you nurture or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich is delicious. It's got that barbecue flavor, the cheese melts on top with that Texas toast. You look at it, your mouth starts watering. It's my go-to sandwich. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich, that's my all-time favorite.
To the Cardinal Sports Network, Trinity Valley leads it here as we go to the bottom of the sixth, 9-4. And leading off for the Cardinals, let me get my numbers here. I believe this is Emily Stapp leading off. I believe we're back to the top of the lineup there. Let me find where my third. No. This is going to be Kirsten Wilkinson leading off. Kirsten had the home run last inning. And she hit that one over not dead center, just a little bit left of dead center field. So 1-1 to count here on Kirsten Wilkinson. That home run, that was her second home run on the season. Came at a really good time.
I was going to say, it was very needed, or very helpful for that insurance.
So 2-1 to count here. Cardinals trying to add some insurance. So that runs it to 3-1. She fouls that one off the left side. So full count.
Kristen trying to be that all-important leadoff runner. See if she can get on here. Keep in mind, this is game 1 of 2 today, so we'll give you a little more instruction on logging off and getting back in here for the second.
Fouls that one off right at the plate. Inside, ball 4. She takes her base.
Good at bat from Wilkinson. Works it full and then takes that ball 4 and trots on down to first.
Yeah, so here comes the catcher, Sydney Murphy.
Oh, Bucket stepping into the box.
Yeah. She had 2 flyouts in her first at-bats and then a base on balls last inning. I believe he said strike. There goes the right arm. It is. Strike 1 to Murphy.
Yeah, Murphy was one of 3 batters that were walked last inning, back to back to back.
Right. Fouls that one off over the head of the catcher. Speaking of chiropractor work, Coach Troy's over there performing a little bit on the.
Got someone on the table over there?
Yeah. Let's see if
Never
I can
ending.
get an appointment.
Me too.
That ball's hit in the air. That might be some trouble, but the shortstop's over to make the catch.
Sends Wilkinson hustling back to first.
So F6. First out of the inning. Taylor Bilderback comes up here. Taylor was the second walk in the previous inning.
I think that's one of the things that I really appreciated about the banquet the other night was the chance that coaches had a chance to highlight the trainers and thank them, because it's kind of like being the sound guy at church. You never really hear about them until something bad happens, and you're like,
until you get that awful feedback.
Yeah.
And somebody goes, what happened?
What happened?
Who's responsible for that?
They do a great job keeping everybody
put together,
healthy and put together, and getting them healthy if they're not.
I wonder how many miles of tape they go through. That pitch evens it up there on Bilderback at 1-1. That ball is hit down the left side, gonna fall foul.
I don't know who's got the kazoo talent for the ladies in the dugout there, but the Cardinals definitely, they got that energy going over there. Somebody sounds like they were an All-American kazoo player at some point.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Taylor Bilderback. Fouls that one off right back toward Mr. Tim, but saved him.
The net, the fence in front of that felt pretty secure there, Tom.
Yes, sir.
My confidence level back.
So count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes on Bilderback. So he hits that one in the air down the left field line. Left fielder's over, makes the catch in foul territory for out number 2. And that's going to bring up Cameron Messick.
Murphy flied out to short, which is F6. Bilderback to left, F7. Anyone want to go F5 or F8? Anybody?
I say F8.
I just assume HR at H.
Oh, that works for me too. Yeah. Well, as shallow as the outfield's playing here.
Up. They definitely are playing up. Well, they're begging. Stephanie, what's going through your mind if you see that?
Excuse me?
What if you're seeing the outfield playing shallow like that? Are you thinking I'm going to burn them? What do you?
No, it's because of this left-hander and the style. It's usually what it is.
Catcher tried to frame that pitch to no avail. 1-1 to count here on Messick.
They're playing about, I don't know what they're saying. Yeah, you're not going to get anything to drive for sure.
They just don't, all the way up and down this lineup though. Any of these girls could crush it.
Yeah, it's 200 down the line. Dare say what they had about 100 feet in left, maybe.
Wide open right center.
Oh yeah, a big gap in right center here. Messick take advantage of that. That pitch is outside. That runs at 3-1. So she's got to have the green light here. Got a runner on and Kirsten Wilkinson at first base. 2 outs here, bottom of the 6th. Trinity Valley leading at 9-4. That pitch is outside for ball 4.
So Tim, to answer that, you got every one of those girls looking at their wrist to see what pitch is coming, and they threw her outside the entire time. So throwing her outside is going to take that ball to the left side.
Yeah. So opposite power is not going to be nearly as much as.
Yeah.
So Maddie Mendoza comes to the plate here.
They definitely have adjusted here on the.
Both of her appearances today. She went down on K's. Let's see if she can overcome that.
And then she hit. Oh no, it was her. It was.
Copeland batted for her last.
Yeah.
She was an F5.
She had that line shot down third base.
Yeah, that's the one that Sydney Murphy had to get back to third quickly on. Swing and a miss by Mendoza. So 1-1 to count here. So Stephanie, not to be negative, did you ever get any slumps when you were playing at the plate? What'd you do to get out of them?
You spent a lot of time in the batting cage. You also went back to basics, and you had to get out of your head.
Yeah.
It really was get out of your head.
Yeah.
What's it like when you're in the zone and it's coming in like a beach ball? Can you? It's like, oh man, I can't wait to get back up there.
That's just fun.
Yeah.
That pitch is inside. That runs it to 3-1 on Maddie Mendoza.
One thing about playing Division I, if you're playing at a 4-year school, you're seeing some of these pitchers 2, 3, and 4 years in a row, so you know how they throw.
Ball 4. Maddie takes her base, so
back to back. Well, not back to back, but 3 walks in the inning.
Mm-hmm. And then when we played, you take those top pitchers and you play AA women's majors, and you're seeing a lot of those same pitchers throughout the summer. Mm-hmm. And so
get pretty familiar with their stuff.
So we're back to the top of the lineup. Emily Stapp, catcher, is visiting with the pitcher out there in the circle here, trying to give her some encouragement.
I'd just assume her hit it and walk it off. Hit it out of here. And
hey, that'd work for me, Tim.
I'd be okay with that. I don't think Coach would be
man.
upset with me either with that.
We're going to let you call that. And we're just going to give you
Except
all
the only
the
problem
glory.
is Tim calls that every inning in between. Yeah, I think this is the one, y'all.
Write that down, Stephanie. Tim called it. Grand slam right here off the bat of Emily
Let him call.
Stapp.
He can have it.
All right, Emily. I'm out. I put myself out there for you. Come on, don't let me down.
Don't let me down.
Who sang that?
Now, see how they're playing her completely differently, outfield?
Yep. Strike one to Emily. Fouls that one down third baseline.
Got her work cut out for her here at the 0-2. Let's see if she can battle back.
So this is the second time in the game that the Cardinals have had bases loaded with 2 outs. And the first time we're not able to produce a run off of it. So let's see what happens here.
Stapp did come through with a 2-strike hit earlier in the game.
Actually, the last time they had bases loaded with only 1 out. That
Oh,
ball's hit
right at her.
Doggone.
right to the left fielder for out number 3.
So we'll go to the 7th. Another complete game coming this afternoon following this one. Let's step away. We'll come back with more after this on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Thank you,
Would
sir.
you look at that?
It's beautiful.
Wow.
That's our boy.
Get 2 breakfast sandwiches like a sausage McMuffin with egg or a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit for just $5.
Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction.
For legal reasons, we can't say an Egg McMuffin is a hangover cure. But it probably wouldn't hurt to have one delivered. Just putting it out there. Order McDelivery in the app.
3 outs away from taking game 1 away from LSU Eunice here at Rip Drumgo Field. Stephanie Ferris along with Tim Howard. Tom Sharon with your play-by-play.
Thank you, Mr. Tim. And as you just said, Cardinals 3 outs away from putting this one in the books. And if they do so, that would take them to 45-5 on the season. And we mentioned earlier they made a trip over to LSU Eunice earlier in the season. LSU took both games. So Cardinals trying to even the series here by taking 2 today. They're on their way to doing it here in the first game.
They'd love to repay that favor, huh?
So we're back to the top of the order here in Miley Elsinsoil. Georgia Tardif still in the circle for the Cardinals. She came on in relief of Michaela Castillo.
And she's really done a great job.
Yes, she has. She's done a real good job.
3rd inning of relief for Georgia.
First pitch is a ball. Outside, maybe a little low.
Beautiful pitch. I love watching her pitch.
Little off speed there, in for strike
That was
1.
nice.
I believe that would have been the 3rd time if that batter had made contact there that they'd have brought her back because she was way out of the box.
Right.
Oh my goodness. That's hit to the shortstop, Kinsey Hess, across to Wainwright, but she pulls her off the bag and runner safe.
Yeah, Wainwright not even able to do a swipe tag there because that was too far up the line. Did a good job to keep it, though, from getting into that dugout and giving an extra base.
So Mackenzie Elizor comes up. No outs here. Runner on first for the Bengals.
That's one of those things that Georgia's got to be like, oh, come on, guys. When you
Shows the bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike. Elizor had a single her last time Elizar had a single her last time at bat.
Yes, she did. I did not put down where it went, but
I don't know exactly either. Fouls that pitch off.
Thank you for clarifying that. I just put sing, so I didn't know if she was doing soprano, alto.
Well, I bet you it wasn't bass.
I didn't know. I wasn't going to say. Yeah, she did. She got that single in the 5th. Trying to get it going here in the 7th or keep it going.
Hits that one on the ground to hit Kinsey Hess across to Wainwright in time this time for out number 1.
Great throw. And
planted her feet, made the throw this time. Yep.
And then that's a smart play there, I think, from Maddie over at third. She's like, no, my girl got this. I'm not going to knock it away.
Yep.
So Peyton Prince comes up. She bats in the 3 slot for the Bengals. Strike 1, catches that outside corner.
She's flown out to right field both times, and then a strikeout for her first appearance today.
Ought to be pretty familiar with Emily Stapp out there after hitting a couple of them her way today. Stapp is, like you said, retired her twice.
Now, Cardinals wanted a strike. The Bengals were happy it wasn't. 2-1 to count here. So the Cardinals looking for 2 more outs, wrap this thing up. A swing and a miss. That evens it up at 2-2.
Yeah, it's a good off speed. Great location too.
Hits that one, gonna get through all the way to center field, gonna score a run. Messick gets the ball back into second base to Hess, and runner has to stay at first, but the Bengals do score a run.
Yeah, Ellison's scoring for the 2nd time today.
It's interesting because Cameron Messick actually had just taken about 2, 3, 4 steps over to the right field side on the pitch, and then she hit it to the other side.
So we're going to get a pitching change as
Haley Jaime.
Haley Jaime, the Unsung Hero Award recipient Thursday night, is going to come into the circle for the Cardinals. And I'll tell you, Tim, when she came up there to get her award, she came up there and she did her arm up like she was going to shake hands with Dr. Morrison, and I thought, that girl's got some guns.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
She's got some guns now. She knows where the weight room is.
she's not afraid of that weight room.
I was seeing her right arm, which that's her pitching arm.
Yeah, she's going to get a chance to close it out here in the 7th. Cardinals 2 outs away. Jaime on the year. Let me see if I can find that. She did pitch a little bit yesterday, so these won't be up to date.
I've got her at 3-0, I believe, and mine are, I pulled that before the game today. So 3 wins, no losses, 10 appearances with 1 save on the season.
If I recall, I remember Coach talking about her that we'll just do anything. The Unsung Hero Award has that the mentality of, hey, pleasure to serve and get it done. And boy, she gets it done, and chance to do it here in grand style. The Bengals, on the other hand, they're only down 4. They need a couple of base runners and a blast.
So McKinley Harris steps in to face Haley Jaime. Called that one a ball. Must have been a little high. Swing and a miss. Evens it up at 1-1.
She said flat out, I'm going to bring the heat on that one.
Yeah.
Direct challenge.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. So 1-1, 1-2 the count here on McKinley Harris. Runner on first, 1 out. Bengals trail 9-5.
See if Haley can just shut them down right here. Going. I know you're trying to jump start, get some momentum going.
Yeah, so a
the
stolen
risk versus
base
the
there
reward
by
on
Prince.
that. I'm not sure if that's. You try again, trying to get your team back in it, but you're down 4. That was very close.
So that runs it to a full count here. So Haley Jaime having to work against McKinley Harris. And that's ball 4, so Harris takes her base.
Getting a little interesting here.
Yeah, 2 on, 1 out.
Number 18, Jaden Yesso.
Say Jaden Yesso comes to the plate. She is yet to reach base today. 6-3 in inning number 2, and then an F5 and an F4. Flied out to the third baseman, flied out to second baseman. That ball's hit in the air to center field. Messick under it, makes the catch. Here comes the throw into Hess. Holds the runner at first. Second batter, that runner that was at second advances to third.
Did you see her slide into third and she just kind of
yeah.
For the Bengals, number
mates were giving her a little what for across the way. It reminds me, I'm going to date myself here, but Mall Cop the movie where where he's trying to it kind of had that look. Just I'll leave it at that. Kevin James, one of my faves.
He's hilarious.
So Caden Schenk comes to the plate here for the Bengals. They're down to their last out, Tim.
Yeah, 1 out away.
They do have runners on base at the corners. That pitch is outside, ball 2. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
It's almost halfway to the circle.
Yes, ma'am, she was.
See if Haley can get her right here. 2-1 count. Finish this thing off.
The ball's fouled off left side into the net. So 2-2 to count on Schenk. And again, folks, at the end of this first game here, you'll have to log off and then log back into the Cardinal Sports Network for game 2. That ball is hit on the ground. Jaime gets it over to Wainwright. Out number 3, ball game. Trinity Valley takes number 1, 9-5.
Game 1 complete. Your Cardinals, a 9-5.
That's a great win for Coach Maria Wynn Ratliff, her squad. They
game
slow
2.
out of the blocks there, but found a way in the 4th and 5th. Stephanie, final thoughts?
No, I was just really glad to see that they finally woke up, got their bats going, and they put it all together, and that's Cardinal softball.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. That's a Cardinal softball. And we mentioned it there about it seemed like that if they could get 1 or 2 that they could usually picked up a few more, and that's exactly what they did. Put it 4 up in the 4th, 5 up in the 5th, and take this one 9-5. And so we'll be bringing you game 2 here on the Cardinal Sports Network in about 30 minutes, Tim.
Sounds
think
good,
30,
man.
20 minutes, something like that.
Yeah,
So folks at home, don't forget you'll have to log out and log back in. We'll see you back here shortly on the Cardinal Sports Network.